So we're here recording episode 32. Before we do, it's just this isn't meant to be a thing. Like, I'm not gonna just do rants every so often, I don't think. And I didn't want to do this as part of the video because I don't think our game for each other's, which is supposed to be quite fun and silly, should have a serious undertone. But there's a thing that went off that's been doing the rounds on the internet and Twitter for a couple of days now, and I kind of got annoyed by it, and I want to talk about it, and I want your opinion on it. So I haven't told you a thing about it deliberately. Have you ever heard, this concerns an individual on YouTube called JonTron. Have you ever heard of JonTron?
I have not.
Right. He's got a great voice, and I came across him because he does some of the Did You Know Gaming voiceovers, and great timing, and I think I saw a video once where he put a tape in an old Amiga and got all this weird devil sounds, like little Nicky style, and I was like, that's pretty cool. But he went on Twitter, or he's got a Twitter account, he's got a lot of followers, he's more popular than we'll ever be, and he made some innocuous comment about like PlayStation something plus is retarded, which, okay, if you want to use the word retarded, I'm not going to tell you not to.
Yeah.
Other people might, because I know some people get affected by that word. One person did, and this person's response to this Twitter was just, please don't use the word retarded, it offends people, or it offends people who have learning difficulties, thank you. Okay? And I looked at that and was like, that's an okay reply, you know, he's just asking him not to, and JonTron can say, I'm going to use it or not, but at least the guy sort of, without swearing or making it seem like JonTron was a bad guy, he sort of just said, please don't use that word if you can help it. Which I'm sure JonTron can, because I've seen, again, his videos, he's a very articulate guy.
Yeah.
Although he does this weird laugh all the time. And JonTron's response was, oh, sorry, I forgot you're a fucking retard. Which is already a bit of a dick move.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's basically like, oh, I can use this word and you've said that it offends you, so fuck you, I'm going to use it because you're trying to silence me. And it's like, it's not. All the guy was doing was asking him not to, right? And he got some heat for that. He got some things. And then he posted the message. And this is what I really want to get your view about, okay? I haven't got it with me, so I'm going to paraphrase it. But this is basically what he said. It was, I am a comedian. You're not. You're a YouTube personality. Yeah. A good one, a very talented one. You do great YouTube videos, and I'm impressed by what I've seen and heard. And the Did You Know Gaming is awesome. But you're a fucking YouTube personality. You're not a comedian on the circuit, and you're not by what anyone would define a comedian. You are not that. But then he went on, and he went about this retard thing, and he said, I don't normally comment on these things, da-da-da. And all I'm going to say is, and then he said it, and he went, maybe you should be worried about Israel dropping bombs on Gaza instead of me using the word retard. Oh, but wait, you're not, because Israel didn't call Gazans retarded first. Now, again, I'm paraphrasing it. But this is like a huge YouTube personality, JonTron. And he's basically saying, I can be a cunt as long as something else that's more cuntish is going on.
Yeah.
And I just found that disgusting. I hate that logic of like, oh, I raped someone. Well, you raped 3 people, so you shouldn't be worrying about me, should you? You know?
That's perfectly acceptable. I don't know what you're about. I think that, you know, Hitler killed a shitload of people. So did Stalin. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
It's perfectly reasonable. If I go kill 10 people, I'm not as bad as Hitler. What's your problem?
Yeah, or well, let's put it down. Let's take it down a notch. So, okay, so rape and murder might be a bit far. But let's say I go and I start going to women and start saying, you're a fucking bitch. You're a fucking bitch. I hate bitches. Fucking bitches. You know, like I was a rapper.
Yeah.
A bad rapper, not one of the good rappers, you know. Like I'd forgot the creed of like rap, the original 4 creeds, and decided I was just going to get bitches' hoes and go to candy shops. And then someone was like, you shouldn't call people bitches. I was like, Hitler killed 6 million Jews in the Holocaust. It was probably more like 4.5. But I was like, Hitler killed 6 million Jews. Maybe you should be worrying about going back in time and stopping that instead of worrying about me calling people a bitch. It's like, it shuts down any sensible debate. And it's so fucking egotistical. Like, basically all this guy was saying is using the word retard offends me. And I can understand why that guy felt like that.
Yeah.
And he was probably a fan of JonTron and was just saying, can you not use that word? And I could have understood if JonTron's response had been, I accept the word offends you, I don't mean it in an offensive term, I mean it in a comedic sense, and it's a kind of edgy, unsafe word, but it's a word I feel comfortable using. I'm not intending to offend you by using it, and my definition of what I mean when I use it is different to yours. I'm not referring or trying to make fun of you or people with learning difficulties. But he didn't. First he calls the guy a retard, which again is why I think he justifiably got a bit of heat. And then instead of reacting to the heat and stopping and thinking, oh, this is one of those internet things, I better just quantify, he brings in Israel and Gaza and the bombing of schools with children in as a way of justifying using a word to offend someone.
Yeah.
That is disgusting.
Like, I use the word retard and I use the word gay in, like, the ways that, like, you say them in a way to insult someone. I don't mean them in the sense of you're a retard because being a retard is a bad thing and therefore, or the same with gay. It's just that how I was brought up and, like, my age, that got used a lot. So it's essentially just like calling someone a twat. It's used in the same manner, and I understand that offends people. And like, if someone is offended, like outright by that, then I apologize. But I'm probably not gonna stop using those words because it's pretty much ingrained in me. Like, it'll just come out. I try not to use those. Like, yeah, if I could, generally I'll call someone a twat more often than I'll call someone gay. But like, gay is one you tend to use more jokingly, I find, and same with retard. But to be a twat about it, if someone does get offended, especially to that degree,
yeah,
it's kind of bullshit.
Yeah, I totally agree. I'm actually trying to be more careful, say, with the game for each other's, and when I'm writing stuff that's going to be like on our website or in scripts, to avoid kind of clumsy homophobia by using the word gay.
Yeah.
But I will still use the word gay in the context of a conversation. But gay means lame and sad to me. It doesn't mean you sleep with people of the same gender and therefore you are less of a... But there are times, like at work, my crappy job, I work with people who are homosexual and I think, oh shit, I don't want to use this word now. And sometimes it slips out and then I just try and carry on as normal, and sometimes they pull me up on it. And when they say, oh, you shouldn't say that, I say, okay, yeah, fair enough. You're right, because to you that word is a hugely offensive thing, and it's part of your. It's been used to derogatory refer to you.
Yeah.
And the same with retard. I don't really like the word retard, but that's because I have parents who brought up social workers, kind of a lot of kids with learning difficulties around me, so I kind of am very aware of what that word can do. But I don't mind other people using it when I know they're not using it trying to be offensive with it. And because it's not a personally attack on me. Well, maybe I am a bit retarded at times, but it's not something that I would turn and say, "Oh, you fucking dick." But if, say, I had a brother or my girlfriend or whatever, people with learning difficulties, and I hear people using it, I might just pull them up and just say, "Can you not use a different word that won't offend that person?" Especially when that person's clearly a fan. He's found you on Twitter and he follows you on Twitter and cares about your comment enough to just ask you not to use that one word. Like, if you then want to use that word, fine, just tell the dude, I don't mean any offence by it. Don't be offended by it. And then if the guy's still offended by it, then that's on you and him to maybe discuss it or maybe just leave it and agree, okay, we'll agree to disagree. Because there isn't a rule against using that word like that, or not really. But when you then decide, well, no, because that's some form of quasi-censorship thing when it's not. It's someone saying, I'm offended by that word, please don't use it. There's even a please and a thank you. There's definitely a thank you. I'm not sure if you said please. And then you start using real-world conflicts where thousands of people are fucking dying that might actually cause World War III and the end of the world, and is one of the biggest scars and stains on humanity ever, and is by two sides that have suffered so much shit for the last 60 years that they are basically... It is a world of death and chaos, and we should all be doing something or trying to get through this. And instead you use that as a reason that you can call people retarded. It's like hijacking. You undermine the seriousness of the Middle East conflicts by trying to just say, well, fuck you. There's worse shit going on, and so now I can do this. You completely obscure the debate. You just create... It's like the Gaza defense. You just create a defense for yourself that people see through. I think it's awful.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't personally know JonTron. I watched him a few times in the Did You Know Gaming. I'm probably going to avoid his videos from now on. Not that will affect, or like I said, because I don't really watch him much.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to unsubscribe from Did You Know Gaming after this. Just because I can't think of any other way to kind of communicate how distasteful and disgusting I find what JonTron chose to do. I think it's atrocious.
Fair enough.
Okay. Leave that there.
See ya.